All right, boys and girls, it's Tucson time again. Yes, it is with the TS180 Vortex. This is Tepe Designs. Sean Hassan, my buddy that lives out in California, did this knife. He's done, oh, by the way, he's done the Hornet, which he did as a Kickstarter program, and then the Killage as well. I did a video on the Killage, K-I-L-I-J, but I do have the Hornet in this titanium and G10. Of course, he did the Shockwave, okay? And the Shockwave in M390 I had tested, and it was like a 59.6 on the Rockwell scale. So not quite 60, but really close, 4/10. And I'm not seeing much in M390 that's in excess of 60. One or two odd, paramilitary 2 knives, and not much more than that. So being close to 60 is as close as a lot of people are getting. And then, of course, this is the TS128 Dynamo, which was S90V. And this was really Rockwell really well, and it was put to some cut testing as well by Outpost 76. So this is a cool little knife. Bam. And you know what? Gerald put a really nice edge on that when he sent it back to me. So that baby's really sharp. It's a front flipper. It's titanium. Like I said, M390. And they are numbered. Okay? These are numbered knives. So I think the Shockwave was as well. Where's my number on the Shockwave? This one is 009. Too bad it's not 006. 009. There you go. 007. Nice though. Very nice action on it. Easy to flip. I'm not great and graceful with front flippers, but this one kicks really nice. Really nice action. Not a very big knife, and the Shockwave isn't either, right? So Blades We Love did this for me. It was a gold colored knife, and then he put the ano on it, and it's still kind of drying out. I hit it with a little Windex, but you kind of get the idea. This wasn't the one I had Rockwell. I have one in purple that's standard from TwoSun knives that I have. So I've got 2 of these Shockwaves because I like them so much. The Vortex, just this one here. Still contemplating whether I want to do anything with anodizing. There's the backspacer, titanium pocket clip that's milled as well. This knife is nice. There's your lockup, about 20% at best. You got a hardened steel insert, and I'm going to take it apart. So in a little bit here, just to kind of see what's inside, ceramic bearings, all that, ceramic detent. Shouldn't be difficult to take apart either. Looks pretty nice. Looks like those might be number 8, so it should be easy to disassemble. You just got that and that. Not much. And obviously the pocket clip is done from the inside. In here you can see the screw comes through into the pocket clip, gives it a nice clean look. And it is a beautiful design. I think his knives that he's done for TwoSun are really beautiful. And of course, the Hornet and the Killage as well. So very talented knife designer. And nice little choil here for sharpening. And you have these big old thumb discs on this knife, which you may or may not agree with. But I'll tell you what, if you're a little challenged with the front flipper, you can always put your finger back behind that. Thumb, finger, middle finger flick, however you want to do it. Not difficult. The detent is not too intense, but it's not bad. I mean, it's not real loose. See? I cannot just shake it open. So I'd say the detent on here is appropriate. I wouldn't want it any stronger. It might be difficult to finger flick. And also, you don't want a front flipper too tough on the detent. So I'd say it's very appropriate, probably around, a 5.2, something like that. Take a look at the size here. 3-inch blade, what, 7 inches overall? No, 7 1/4 overall, which is 18.5 centimeters. So 3-inch blade. Let's see how this plays out here. Yeah, I think he used pretty much everything he could on this handle to make this work. Okay, I don't think he left himself much. And you can see where, yeah, I can still touch the tip of that blade. And now, if I dig, I still can. So I think he didn't leave anything on the table there. It's centered up. The Vortex, wow. This is really, I mean, this is just, TwoSun Knives just keeps kicking it up. And kicking it up. And kicking it up. Whether it's using premium materials like they did on the Dynamo with the S90V blade, the M390, and of course, you know, 12C27 Sandvik, which actually has functioned pretty well. But these are all checking out. They're real, the steel is real, and the heat treat, or at least the Rockwell numbers, look appropriate. So that's nice. Check it out again. Looks like the screw comes through here. Nothing shows from the presentation side. This is nice, clean, and machined. And the screws are like a socket head, so they're not little, you know, button cap, and they look nicely machined. They look clean. Everything looks pretty good. Kick it open. Ergos, I like. I think the ergos are pretty good. I'm struggling here with number 4, but it's a small knife. You just get that when you get a smaller knife. Okay. Reverse grip, it's comfortable. That's good. But, you know, this choil does force you to be a little bit further away from the blade than you might want to be. Okay. But that's just the nature of how this design goes. Although, you know, with this palm swell and everything, it really does present a lot of comfort in hand, and I'm not feeling the pocket clip being any kind of a problem. I have carried this before, and this pocket clip has gone in and out of my pocket pretty easily. Obviously, there's weight relieving on this knife. Other than that, no, they didn't pocket out the interior. Check out the weight. So 4 1/4. It's not super ultralight. 120 grams. So yeah, it's got some heft to it for a knife of this size, just 3-inch, 7 1/4 overall. So it's got some heft to it, some weight to it, but nah, not troublesome for me. The action on it is very nice drop. I kind of get my finger out of the way when this swings around. I don't have a flipper tab to hit my thumb, so it's possible that this blade could actually hit you and cut you if you're too cavalier about dropping it. So you kind of watch it a bit. And you got to watch where you place your finger, because all this is part of the blade. So you put your finger there, it's not going to drop because you're stopping the blade from dropping. So you're going to sit back a little further. Not bad though. Not bad. Yeah, I looked at this knife and I go, what if it wasn't a front flipper? Would that be a problem? To me, no. I'm not a huge fan of front flippers regardless, so that would have been okay, actually. Do you not think so? because you've got these thumb discs, so you can always, you know, kick the knife out with the thumb disc. You don't really need that front flipper, and of course that just kind of throws this part of that design out in a wonky situation, but that's what front flippers do. But if you'd have taken that off, that would have been a nice clean look. Cleaner look. And there you go. But the way it flips back around, then you got some jimping up here on top for traction. And of course contoured titanium scales. Just a very handsome knife. So let's take it apart, see what's going on. Obviously, the only access is to the back. No problem there. And here's our only other fastening point. And that's it. This knife should come apart now. Well, you can see also where this is D-shaped pivot with a corresponding area for it to go through so it won't spin. That's nice, well thought out. And there's your hardened steel insert with your ceramic detent ball, and of course your little, if that won't fall out, I can make it come out. Right there. So there's your steel washer that cradles the bearings. Nicely done all the way through there. Okay. Looks nice and clean. Here's the bearings. There's the backspacer floating around. Got that locator pin right here. And there's your bearings there. Like I said, D-shaped pivot. Internal stop. Yeah. Pretty clean overall. All right. Bearings. Blade. Nice little ramp for the detent, which a lot of knives don't do. An extra nice thing to do when you manufacture a knife. And you know what? These things are, I've seen these go for just a bit over $100. M390 with all these kind of details in them. I think that's just a bargain. I still think TwoSun knives are absolutely still a bargain. And of course, there's your pivot pin. Nicely machined, ready to go in. And we can reconstruct this one. Let's put the pivot through. A little lubrication here. A little lubrication here. A little here. And that's plenty. All right. Now, we want to put our bearings down. The blade through. Bearings on top. We got an internal stop, so we've really got nothing else. This little locator pin just sits down in that space and in the corresponding space. Why they put another one out here, I don't know, but they never did put a little pin there. So you got this, and then the hole that the screw goes through. There's the screw that comes through for the pocket clip to the other side. So there's nothing else we need to do. But you just got to make sure that flat spot on that pivot corresponds with, you know, with the scale that you're putting on. And you can set it right down together, just like that. Put the screw back in. Yeah, not a problem. Okay, I don't want to get that too tight. And then what do we got? Another, just number 8 screw to go in. Easy breezy. Not turning the screw on the other side, no problems there. Just went right back together, squared right up. Nice action. No play. There we go. Don't want to drop it on my thumb, but I want to get it over the detent ball. Not a problem. Great. Nice action. Went apart. Came back together like a dream. Wow. Sharpness is really good. Right out of the box. Pretty doggone sharp. The Vortex. Yeah, I want to keep this in my collection for sure. I really like these designs. Love the Shockwave, Vortex, Dynamo. Got my Hornet, the Killage. Gonna keep going with Tepe because he's doing some really good stuff. Tepe Designs. That's sharp. Vortex, really nice. Do I really need a front flipper? No. But you know what? It works really well. It's really easy to function with, which for me, I struggle with some. But not with this one. Take care, my friends. The Vortex. Yes. It's great. It's still a bargain. And wow. What a nice knife. Love the design. You know what we do around here. We love them knives. You guys, stay sharp.